Space, no time.
Couldn't there be space without time and things just stay where they are in space without changing in time?
Then you disagree with Einstein and modern physics.
Oops.
The space-time continuum. Next time on Philosophy Talk.
Listen to Philosophy Talk every Tuesday at noon on KSJE 90.9 FM, Farmington. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, which is officially baby-friendly. This evidence-based initiative is designed to support mother-baby bonding and optimal infant feeding practices by upholding the 10 steps to successful breastfeeding. San Juan Regional Medical Center, officially baby-friendly, and serving the Four Corners since 1910. Find out more online at sanjuanregional.com. "11 minutes past 8 o'clock, Monday morning, October 14th. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Micklin, and thank you for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air in San Juan County, 103.3 FM now over the air in Durango, Colorado, and everywhere at KSJE.com. Special good morning also to our viewers who are tuning in live to watch the visual radio program on the KSJE Facebook page and YouTube channel. We're glad you're with us as well. Coming up in the next few moments, we'll be continuing our series during National Hispanic Heritage Month. It's our final installment of that, actually, as the month ends tomorrow. But today we're talking with two members of Somos, Pueblo, Unidos. That is coming up today in the next few moments right here on KSJE about life as an immigrant in New Mexico and in San Juan County. So we hope you'll join us for those very important insights this morning on KSJE. Also later on this hour, we'll check on technology with my guest Lewis Campbell from Synergy Computer Systems. It's our annual or a weekly segment, our Monday reboot on KSJE. Mick Hess is coming in after the news at 9 a.m. He'll take us roving with the arts, and this morning, Mick is playing selections from the Civitas Ensemble with piano. That's coming up today on KSJE's Roving with the Arts program. Don't forget, of course, to connect with us on social media to keep up to date on what's happening at your supported radio station. You can like us on Facebook. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, of course, and check out KSJE on Instagram as well. Our weather forecast, another sunny week in store for the region and a slow warm-up this week. Today's high 70 degrees in Farmington, clear overnight with a low of 31. A bit warmer tomorrow at 72, 73 on Wednesday, and 74 on Thursday before things cool off just a bit on Friday. Overnight lows, as you can see, ranging from 31 tonight to 40 degrees on Thursday night. We remind you, of course, if you're looking for something to do in the region, check out the regional events calendar at ksje.com. There's lots of things we've got on the calendar for you to check out and find out more information about, of course. Imaginative works of mentality and desert dreams on display now at the Henderson Fine Arts Center Art Gallery here at San Juan College. The Board Basics class happening tomorrow at the San Juan College Community Learning Center. Spruce up your holiday marketing plan at the San Juan College Quality Center for Business class happening this week. There's a San Juan College choir concert on the 18th as well, and Spooktacular at the Farmington Civic Center also happening this week. Elsewhere, some events at the Fort Lewis College Community Concert Hall for Four Corners Care Expo at the Farmington Civic Center this week, a historic houses walking tour in downtown Farmington, and a James and Ernie comedy show happening this week as well. You can find out more details about all those things by going to our website at ksje.com. Joining me now in our visual radio studio to continue our special series during Hispanic Heritage Month, we are talking with two members of Somos un Pueblo Unido. Alma Hernandez is here. Good morning, and thank you for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you. I'm here.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Also, Amelia Sanchez is also here in the studio. Amelia, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you both for coming in. And as I mentioned, you both are members of Somos un Pueblo Unido. And Alma, can you tell us a bit about that organization? What is that all about?
Okay. Hi, my name is Alma Hernandez. I have lived in Fair for 24 years. I am mother of 4 years citizen children. I am member to Somos on Pueblo, Unido. And Somos has been in New Mexico for 25 years and was started in Farmington in 2012 when ICE moved into the sheriff department.
Okay. And so this organization then helps to represent the immigrant population in New Mexico and other states. Isn't that true?
Yeah, we now in 8 parts of the state, of the New Mexico state.
Right. And so you mentioned that your concern was that ICE, the Immigration Service federal agency, has now moved into San Juan County. It is leasing space or using space at the sheriff's office, and it is they are enforcing the federal law, but they're also causing other issues in the immigrant community. Would that be a fair statement?
Yeah, this started in 2012, so the ICE moved it to the sheriff department, and since ICE has moved into our town, we have seen an increase in deportations. Many families have been separated, and now we live in fear of the sheriffs.
And so, these are stories that you have heard personally, correct? From your friends and neighbors and people you deal with?
Neighbors, and then we have a lot of meetings, so a bunch of stories coming to the meetings, and some people going in the meetings crying because they say, I take my husband, I take my daughter, I take my son, so that we know what's happening in the community. It's not personally big, but we see it.
Right.
In the community. Maybe in this last month we have already 10 or something like that, 10 persons. So that's why we know what's happening, and we are representing this organization right here in Farmington now.
Right, right. And so, Amelia, let me ask you the same question. You have friends and that you have heard that have had interactions with ICE as well?
Yes, friends, neighbors, co-workers in my job. Somebody is fair, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The fair, no, going to the store, going to the work, it's fair for the police, something.
Right. And Alma, you were telling me before we went on the air a little bit about the concerns with the sheriff's office, but there are other police agencies that maybe have reached out and have offered maybe to work more closely with the immigrant community, and you have a better trust for those agencies. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Can I say the names?
Yes, of course.
Okay. One time, my friend, she went to Walmart, and then she's in the line to pay. And her mom is with her, but she mom moved to get something. So when her mom back, she back with my friend in the line. But this guy, she says why she's over there in the line. She wasn't supposed to go to back in the line. And then my friend, she don't speak English, and she says only it's my mom. And he says, what? And then she says, my mom. And she says, oh, you don't speak English? And she says, no, I'm sorry. And he said, why you don't speak English? Oh, you are Mexican, and this and that, bad words. And then she start crying because she can do nothing, and nobody help her. Nobody says, this guy, excuse me, you're not supposed to say these words or say this to the people, because why? And then she feels like scared now to go Walmart, and another things happen in McDonald's, West Main Walmart too.
So these are businesses in Farmington. I just want to be clear. This is not a story from another state or another part of our state, but in our community that these things are happening.
Yeah, this little girl went with her mom to McDonald's, and then she's taking maybe the drinks, talking in Spanish, and then this lady say, excuse me, you speak English? And then the mom say, no, and she says, why are you talking in Spanish? And she says, what she say to the little girl? And she says, Mom, she's asking if you speak English. And she says, told her no. And then she says, no, my mom, she don't speak English. And she says, why you don't speak English? And she's a manager for McDonald's. And then she says, why you don't speak English? You are here in America, you're supposed to speak English and this and that. And then she's so scared because she don't know what this woman, if called the police, he called somebody. So she went out at McDonald's, and then she says, I'm really scared now in McDonald's. The people scared in Walmart. And then we don't know we can feel safe. Now with the shootings, with this happening with the people, we are fear. The fear is real. The fear is real in the community, in the immigrant community.
Since the shooting in El Paso, you're talking about
what happened in El
that
Paso.
people in the community are concerned that they may be targeted simply because they may not speak English or English as well as they're supposed to speak it or whatever that means, right?
And then now I see on Walmart when the people going to the groceries, it's looking like around, like who's like me, who's coming into Walmart, because we don't feel safe. So we have been able to develop a working relationship with local law enforcement in Farmington and Aztec, and still are contacting them directly. They understand the importance of building trust with our families. When our families don't feel safe, calling 911, it makes us easy targets. Our kids are growing or fearing sheriffs. ICE is using an office for free at the sheriff's office and using their resources. Those resources should be put to the better in improving community policing efforts that includes all residents, not just targets one group.
Right, and then we talked about that the ICE is using space at the sheriff's office, and the sheriff has said before that they're just offering that just out of cooperative efforts, but they're really not assisting ICE in their work and investigations. You feel differently. You've heard differently from some of your friends and families, correct?
That's why we feel different, because we are looking with the people when came to the meetings and say this and that's happening. So that's why we feel it's not true. So maybe we can have a meeting with these sheriffs or something and say, okay, they want to say something to the community, immigrant community. We are open mind to talk with this person. With
the sheriff.
Yeah.
Or a deputy or somebody with the department, right?
Yeah.
And Amelia, do you feel the same way? Do you have concerns about the sheriff's department, or do your friends have concerns with the sheriff's department, and do they feel more trust with the Farmington police and the Aztec police department?
For Farmington police, it's more better. We have a communication with el jefe de policía.
Chief Heavy, the police chief.
Civic Center, remember? We have a Civic Center.
There was a forum earlier this year at the Civic Center that I was grateful to be a part of, but that was sponsored by the Farmington Police on the immigration issue. That's true. And so you felt that was helpful?
Yeah, it's great person. And the Farmington Police is confianza.
Yeah, we trust the Farmington
Trust
police.
them, right.
We trust the Aztec police.
And Aztec, too.
When this guy went to the meeting in the Orchard Plaza, we talk about a lot of immigrant families. So now we feel okay with Farmington Police and Aztec Police.
I see. And I want to pick up on something that you'd mentioned about not feeling comfortable to call 911. So most of us, if there's a problem, we wouldn't hesitate to pick up the phone and dial 911 to get help, to get law enforcement or whatever we need. But for people in your circle, they stop and think first before they do that. Is that what happens?
Yeah. When we have the meeting, say something happening in the community, and say why you don't call the 911 when this happening, and she says because we don't know now if the sheriff show up and ask for something for Social Security or something. So that's why we don't feel sure to call 911. But I think that one is not good, because what happened if you having abuse or something and you can call because you don't feel sure, you don't feel safe. So.
And we've heard on this program before, we've been talking to attorneys about immigration law and things along that line. And so for the people that if there was a path to citizenship to clarify their immigration status or to rectify the problem, is there anyone that you can think of that maybe wouldn't try to follow a path to citizenship if one was made available that was timely and affordable and wouldn't take 20 years?
Yeah, 20 years.
I mean, that's what we hear. It could take that long to do it, right?
Yeah. And we are doing, that's why we want the immigrant families. They know we have rights. That's why we talk sometimes with this kind of people in the consulados and everything to give information about our rights. And then these people from maybe from Albuquerque, they came with a lot of information to these people. We have a consulado right here, October 26th, to help these people and give information. These people talk to the people. We say, you can tell me your story, and I can tell you if you have a chance for something or how many years do you have working here, because nobody asks for the rights sometimes. Sometimes the people is only fear but don't ask for rights, and they don't know the rights right here for
Right.
our immigrant
Sure.
families.
And for many of these families, you were telling me that they have lived in this country, in this community for 10 years, 20 years, a long time, right?
Yeah, a long time.
And so it seems, I know a lot of folks may be listening to us this morning, may be wondering, well, why have they lived here for so long and still not become legal citizens? And the fact is that there really isn't a clear way to do that. Isn't that true?
Yeah, that's why. And then it's because it's like I told you, these people, they don't ask sometimes for the right. Sometimes the people has a chance to do that, but they don't do that because they don't know how to do that, or they don't have the chance to do it, or they don't have nobody help him with information.
Right.
And then that's the happening right here.
Understood. And Amelia, let me ask you a bit too, and the people that you talk to and come into contact with who have been living here for a very long time, is that what you find? And they have families, and the children are maybe citizens and the parents are not. Is that what you hear?
Mis hijos son ciudadanos.
Ah.
Mis hijos son
Oh, I-
ciudadanos, okay?
Yeah. See, they, he's
Alma,
talk-
go ahead.
Okay.
You're right.
She's talking about some people is right here. Her kids is citizens, but the parents is no citizens. So yeah, there's a lot of people come like that, and then
And so, I would think that in that type of a situation where your children are born in the United States, so they are U.S. citizens, and then the parents are not, there's another fear that at any point in time a parent could be sent away from the children who they're supporting. Is that true?
yeah, we see that too much in the schools because the kids listen what happened, in the TV or something when these people went to Miami or something like that. When the parents didn't go pick up the kids because ICE take him. So now the kids right here is saying when go to school, some kids say, "Oh no, my mom maybe don't back to pick me up on the school because ICE take him." So that's why they don't want to go to school because he's really scared.
So I'm just trying to picture this. A young child going to school and is dropped off in the morning by a parent and wondering if the parent is going to be back to pick them up in the afternoon because maybe they have come and they're now in custody of ICE.
Yeah, because they are looking in the TV what's happening, and then they understand what's happening right here in Farmington too. So they say, "Mom, are you sure you're coming? You're picking up me in the afternoon because I'm see in the TV some people's not coming because I take these people and then in that." And they listen a lot of stories in the school too, because sometimes the mom or the dad is in jail for this question, for this case, and then they're really scared.
Sure. Let me ask you, Amelia, did you have something to add?
Last year in the Rocinante school,
Yes.
there's a hard problem for the children. A lot of children has problem for the la redada que se hizo, ¿cómo se dice?
Oh, because ICE is right here, and then a lot of childs is right here in Rocinante waiting for her parents.
I see.
For mom or
Some
dad.
families es afectado.
The family when affected.
Right.
Because this happened right here. I don't know that story, but yeah.
And so these are stories, again, when we see these in the news and we think, well, it's happening somewhere else. It's happening in Albuquerque. It's happening in El Paso. But both of you here to tell us that it's happening in San Juan County in our
San Juan
communities,
County.
even if we're not hearing about it directly, but we're hearing it from you this morning. So that's what the issue is, and part of the issue. And the other thing I wanted to ask you both is a little bit about jobs, because a lot of folks say that maybe some of the undocumented immigrants are just not contributing to society. The government is paying their way or benefits, and they're not giving back. And from the stories that I hear from the two of you is these people that we're talking about are working, they are raising their families, they are contributing to the community. They're not necessarily getting any, if all over any benefits. Is that usually what the case is?
Yeah, because
And we're talking in general terms, and I understand that there may be some, I suppose, that could, but on the most part, the people that you come in contact with, aren't they working?
Yeah, sometimes with these people working, these guys going maybe to the parking lot. The last I don't know how many months, these guys went to a year ago. They went to outside the parking to Walmart, to McDonald's, to Taco Bell, and then another places because the people call me. Oh, the ice is right here. In the parking of McDonald's, right here, in the parking of Taco Bell, on the parking of Walmart.
Fiesta Mexicana.
Right. But these families have jobs, is what I'm trying to understand, right? I mean, a lot of these families that have been here for years and years and years are working and contributing and paying taxes and doing all the things that the rest of us do, correct?
Yeah, Sometimes we say, oh, this person don't pay taxes because, because we are immigrants. We pay taxes same like all people. We work hard. We were working hard. We go to work to the cleaning rooms, to the housekeeping, washing dishes, clean the offices, and hard work. The men, they go to the oil field and construction.
Right.
And all the people work, all the people pay taxes. So I don't know why these people think, or why they think we don't pay taxes. All people need to pay taxes. So that's why we don't understand why it's separately because we are immigrants or because we are Hispanics or because we are, another kind of different races. I don't know why.
Right.
Because we are people same like another people.
Right. Understood.
We work hard too. We are here only with our families.
Right. You can go ahead and hang that up. Someone's trying to call you, and that's okay. It happens happens all the time. That's okay. There you go. That's all right. And let me ask you, and we just have a couple of minutes remaining, okay, in our interview. And some people would say, though, if someone comes here and they're undocumented and they're an immigrant and they break the law, should they be sent back to their home country? Is that something that you would be okay with?
Yeah, we already fine with that. But we see a lot of stories with this happen, and then that people say, why these people's working like that? I can answer that question, but I want to say these people, these immigrant families work hard for the family, pay taxes, don't do nothing bad for another people. We are friendly. We want to have friends, all kind of people. We don't say, oh no, I don't have friends like this or like that. No, we are here to work hard, and then we are here to have friends everywhere, and the neighbors, in the house, and the school. So we want to see different the immigrant families right here in Farmington because we don't want to have problems with nobody. Only we want to work hard and stay here.
And I think, thank you. And I think the issue becomes when we talk about the whole group, right? And most of the whole group of maybe undocumented immigrants are the people that you described. They're working hard, they're raising their families, they just want to live their lives and do better and raise their children and things like that. And there's maybe a very small number that are maybe the people that get in trouble and do the crimes and cause a problem for everybody else. Is that an accurate statement from your experience, that it's really not a big number of people that are getting in trouble with the law and that maybe don't need to be here?
Yeah, we don't understand that, but I don't know why, I don't understand why the people need one number to say, oh, you're okay because you have this and that, your number, you're okay here. It's okay, you are Hispanic or something, but why? The people is no a number. The people is feelings and families and work hard right here. Why the people is looking and asking always for a number?
Right.
We know numbers, we are people, we are...
No, that's true. There are people behind these numbers and families and children, and you're right. And Amelia, I imagine same type of thing, right? That people don't necessarily look beyond the numbers at the actual human beings that we're talking about.
We are the humans.
Right.
But the community immigrant, we don't have, no queremos
We don't want.
We don't want to change the rules. We want Unidos,
We don't have united.
Right.
united for
We don't have
this country, this America.
Yeah. If
Sure.
we were here, if we live here, it's because we want to feel safety and friendly with other people. We don't want to do nothing wrong. But I don't know. We want to change this. I don't know if we can do it. Maybe take more time. Maybe we need to talk with another different agencies or I don't know who. But we want here, you want to say to the community, we are here to represent the organizations. And we want to say, we stay here to work hard. We stay here to be friendly. We stay here to have friends, all kind of friends. Different Americans, Navajos, Hispanic, Chinese. It's okay. We are here friendly with all the people.
Right, right. Well, and again, I want to end on asking you both about the feeling of fear that you tell me that people have, even when they're just driving maybe to and from work or driving to the grocery store. I mean, you don't know if you're going to get pulled over for a speeding ticket or having a light out or something, and then that turns into something that could rip you apart from your family or take you away from your family.
Yeah, our fear is real because, our fear is real because we are looking everything in each meetings. We feel the fear is real because we see it. Maybe one day a week, or one day a month, somebody call crying and saying, this is happening with my son, with my daughter, with my husband. So that's why our fear is real.
Right. Every day. 24
Every day
hours a
when
day.
we will
Yeah.
work, and then we were to laundry, when we were to Walmart, when we were to McDonald's. So
You hear the stories.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have a lot of stories
You do.
in the meetings.
I understand.
And fair is they open the door.
Right.
It's fair.
When somebody knocks the door, say, oh my God.
You don't
who's
know.
knocking the door.
Who's knocking on your door?
Yeah.
I understand. Well, I appreciate you both coming in to share some of these stories with us this morning. It's a complicated issue. I think we can all agree on that. And I think the hope is that maybe there is some type of change in the law and legislation that would allow people to just make their status more permanent and become a citizen of this country and not have to worry about the fear that you both described.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be my hope. I don't know if we'll get there, but I hope to see it.
Appreciate for
Thank you.
We hope so,
support
too.
for the immigrant community.
It's very important, I
Appreciate
think. So, very true. Well, thank you both for coming in this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I'm sorry for my English. I'm trying.
You both are great.
I'm trying. I'm
They've
too
been saying
nervous,
that all
but-
morning, audience, and I keep telling
this is
them.
the first time right here on the
that-
radio, and I'm so nervous. So.
As I said, your English is better than my Spanish. So
Oh, thank you very
that's
much.
what
I
you
hope
should be
so
very
that
proud
the
of.
community listen this radio understand me.
I think they did, and I did
me
for
too.
sure. So, thank you very much. Amelia Sanchez
you.
and Alma Hernandez, thank you both very much.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much.
You're welcome. Wrapping up our special series during Hispanic Heritage Month here on KSJE. There's a picture earlier today from Madrid, Spain, where it is currently 66 degrees. They have a forecast of scattered showers today with a high of 68 and a low tonight of 41. That's a scene from Madrid, Spain. Here at home in Farmington and San Juan County, we are expecting a mostly sunny day today with a high of 70 degrees, overnight low of 31, sunny and 72 tomorrow, 73 on Wednesday and 74 on Thursday before things cool off just a bit on Friday with a high of 69 degrees and overnight lows mostly in the 30s this week.
It's like Moneyball for